Welcome back, class 10th. Continuing with the chapter statistics, today we shall learn how to find out the mode for grouped data. Mode means the value among the observations which occurs most often, or you could say the observation which has the maximum frequency. It is possible that there could be multiple values which are appearing the same number of times. In that case, you have more than one mode. Now, mode can be calculated for discrete series and grouped data. For calculation of mode for discrete series, you did last year in 9th standard. You prepare the frequency table, and based on the frequencies, you can identify the observation which has the maximum frequency. So just to revise what you did last year, let's consider an example from your NCERT book. So I've got example number 4 on page number 272 of your NCERT book. Now what we have here is the wickets taken by a bowler in 10 cricket matches is given. Find the mode of the data. So what you do is you arrange the data in the form of a frequency distribution table. Means you want to find out how many times each of these observation appears. For example, if you want to note down 2, so 2 appears here, here and here. So the frequency of 2 is 3. So this is what they have done. They have arranged the values from this list in ascending order. The values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see these numbers appearing here. These values have been listed here. And how many times each of these values appears, that has also been written. So 0 is appearing only once, 1 is also appearing once, 2 appears thrice, 3 appears twice, 4 appears once, 5 appears once, 6 appears once. So find out which of the observations has the maximum frequency. So maximum frequency is 3 and it is for the observation 2. So 2 is the mode of the data. You could have just observed this or given the answer by inspection. Just by looking at the list, you could see which value appears maximum number of times. That will be the mode. If there is a large number of observations, you've got 50 values or you've got 100 values, the best way is to arrange them in the form of a table where you can actually see how many times a single value appears. So every value would appear a certain number of times. Once you have that frequency, then you can easily identify which value has the maximum frequency. That value will be the mode of the data. Now this is for discrete series. We want to extend it to find out the mode for grouped data. Grouped data means the data in the form of class intervals. And one such example is example number 5 in your NCERT book. It's the next page. So this is the table given. A survey conducted on 20 households in a locality by a group of students resulted in the following frequency table for the number of family members in a household. So you've been given the family size and the number of families. Find the mode of this data. So this is now grouped data, the data in the form of class intervals. To find out the mode for this type of data, what we have to do, let's do it step by step. So first of all, I'm going to note down the table, the classes and their frequencies respectively. So the classes given to me are 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9 and 9 to 11. And the frequencies, the respective frequencies are given as 7, 8, 2, 2 and 1. So the first thing I want to find out is the same what I used to do for discrete series. I want to identify the class with the highest frequency. Earlier I used to identify the observation with highest frequency. That would directly be the mode. Now what I want to do is I want to find out that particular class which has the maximum frequency. So the maximum frequency here is 8 and the class is 3 to 5. So this is the maximum frequency. The class to which this maximum frequency belongs is your model class. So model class is 3 to 5. And what do we understand by model class? Mode means the value which appears the maximum number of times. So if the class with highest frequency is 3 to 5. That means the value which is appearing the maximum number of times belongs to this group. Whichever value in this data appears most number of times is in this class. That value is present in this group. So this class will be your model class. Some value in between here is your model value, the mode of the data. Once you have the model class, you have to apply the formula for the mode to find out your answer. Now mode is represented by the letter Z, and it is given by L plus F1 minus F0. You could also call it F0. F0 over 2 times F1 minus F0 minus F2, and this fraction is to be multiplied with H. Now what are these representations? Why I'm using so many values here? L is the lower limit of the model class. So my model class is 3 to 5. L will be the lower limit of this class, which is 3. So L is the lower limit. F, these F, F1, F0, F2, these represent frequencies of 3 different classes. So what I want is, I want the model class, I want a class preceding it, the class that is just before it, and the class succeeding it, means the class after it. So if this is my model class, I would need to take the class which is before it and after it, and I need their frequencies. So I'll be using these 3 frequencies, the one which is for the model class, one before it, one after it, and these frequencies will be represented by F in order 0, 1, 2. So once you have identified your model class, you need to take the frequency for this class and the frequency of the class before it and after it, and those 3 frequencies will be marked as F0, F1 and F2. H is your class size. We did use it to calculate the mean also in step deviation method, if you can recall. Now the only thing we need to do is identifying the values and substitution, and afterwards calculation. So before I substitute the values here, I will be writing them on a side. The lower limit is 3, so that I don't mess up the formula. The frequencies are F0, F1, F2. So I'm writing in order. F0 is 7, F1 is 8, F2 is 2. And then I've got H, which is the class size. The class size is upper limit minus the lower limit, which is 2. Now let's substitute. 3 plus, using the values here, be very careful. F1 is 8, F0 is 7. In the denominator, 2 times F1, 8, minus F0 is 7, minus F2 is 2, multiplied with the class size, which is 2. Let's solve this bracket and then we shall multiply. So this is 1 upon 16 minus 9. This is to be multiplied with 2. Let's solve it further. So from here we have 3 plus 1 by 7 into 2. So this will be 3 plus 2 by 7. Let's take the LCM. So this becomes 23 by 7. Calculating the answer, you can give the approximate answer. So the approximate answer comes out to be 3.28. You can give the answer up to 2 or 3 decimal places. If you take up to 3 decimal places, you can round it off up to 2 decimal places, or you could just leave the answer till here. So this is the mode of the data given. Now there are 2 special cases when your model class is either the first class or the last class. If the model class is the first class, then what will be the frequency before it? The frequency before it will be taken as 0, And if your model class is the last class, then you need a frequency after that. In that case, the frequency after that will be taken as 0. So keep that in mind and try doing exercise 14.2.